Well, today the Atlantic bubble was due to reopen, meaning families and businesses could have traveled freely across the Atlantic provinces without having to self-isolate for 14 days. But that reopening has now been pushed to at least the beginning of May because of a surge in COVID-19 cases, and frustration, well, it's growing. Joining me now is Corryn Clemence from the Tourism Industry Association of Prince Edward Island. Corryn, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Corryn, what's the mood like among tour operators this morning?
Well, certainly, I think, a lot of people are less optimistic than we were about a month ago when we were planning for that bubble reopening. Now we're really trying to decide and determine what the opening will look like and when that will come.
Well, there are no assurances that the May reopening date will even happen. It could be, delayed again. So what plans do you want to see in place in case that happens?
Yeah, we've reached out to the government here in Prince Edward Island and hopefully our neighboring provinces as well. We would like to see, if the Atlantic bubble isn't possible come May, and certainly assuming those case counts remain low in Nova Scotia, that there's an opportunity to have a partial bubble, we'll call it, with maybe Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. We really think this could be a viable option.
Right now, Prince Edward Island is dealing with 10 cases of COVID-19, with at least 5 of those cases linked to travel outside the Atlantic region. So talk to me about how you can reopen travel without it causing a surge in cases.
Well, I think, again, case counts and monitoring what's happening in our neighboring provinces is important. Contact tracing here and those increased and enhanced safety measures. Prince Edward Island, and really for the most part, Atlantic Canada, has done a relatively good job in managing those case counts. So I think it's just the increased measures, maintaining those capacity restrictions and monitoring.
The federal Liberal government is delivering its budget later today. Is there anything that you're going to be watching out for?
Absolutely. We've been a big advocate to have the emergency wage subsidy extension continue on into the fall and really to the end of this year. That really was what saw a lot of our operators get through last season. And with no operators in our industry really having any meaningful revenue since the summer and fall of 2019, I think that will be key for the survival.
Now, you started your role last summer. What's it been like working in the tourism industry during these peak pandemic times? Because this is probably not what you signed up for.
Well, I joined in June, so I guess I knew what I was getting into to a certain extent. We were certainly a little more optimistic, thinking that we'd be back on track by now. So that part of it is disappointing. I think it's been emotional. We talked to a lot of our small operators who are lost and don't know how to plan moving forward and forecast and staff and budget. So we have those moments that are low and we don't have the answers. But at the same time, our industry is built on passion and creativity, and we look forward to brighter days ahead.
Well, Corryn Clemence, thank you for joining us this morning. And on this show, we like to put our wishes out into the universe like The Secret. And if there's any chance that our show can come to Prince Edward Island in the future, we sure would like to make that happen.
Well, we look forward to welcoming you soon.
All the best. And now Anne-Marie has the top business story of the day.